Hey, we're live here. We're on LinkedIn, we're on Facebook, we're on YouTube, we're on all the internets.
Nice.
Sweet.
I know your dream come true.
Finally.
I finally made it.
Hey, welcome everybody. I am here live at the CERM booth here at LabelExpo Americas 2022. It is day 57. We are running out of food and supplies, so please send water
and my voice.
in your
is cracked.
voice. Hey, if you are able to watch this live, great. Please leave a comment. Let me know if you got any questions for Geert or Esteban. I'll introduce them here in a second. Any questions you have about CERM. But it's been a great show so far. So why don't we just do a quick round of introductions. So I've got Jean-Claude Van Damme.
That's my brother.
That's your brother.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kind of look alike.
He was good looking, but I could fight better.
Someone's alarm. Is that my alarm? Someone's alarm's going off. Not mine. It's time for someone to wake up. All right. Anyway, we're awake. We're here. It's 8:30 in the morning. So, Geert, what's your role here at CERM?
I'm the managing director of CERM. So that's the one who tries to.
It's my phone, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
It is my phone. Why is my phone ringing?
I didn't
Somebody
know.
help me.
Somebody's calling.
Somebody
you, probably.
come help me. Why is my... Oh, you know what it is? You know what it is? This is fun. I'm sitting on my wallet and it has that tile thing and it's clicking saying, I'm lost.
Okay.
I'm lost. And we're going to talk about connected, integrated software.
Exactly.
So, do you see how I did there?
Yeah, I like it.
We turned a mistake into something positive. So, you're the managing director.
Yes, trying to organize things, and
He's
then
the boss.
the others can do the work.
You managed to direct Esteban.
Well,
Go figure. I didn't think I had hope.
I still believe in you.
it doesn't need much management.
That's awesome. And so, and where do you live full time?
We're from Belgium, Europe. So
Okay.
also the country from Jean-Claude,
Okay.
indeed. And we started in Europe, but slowly with our MIS software for label printers, we got out of Europe. And in fact, Esteban now is one of our two salesmen in the United States. And
Okay.
we are making nice progress here.
Yes.
Very good. All right. And what part of Belgium?
The northern part, close to Bruges.
Okay.
So if you ever want to visit us, it's a really beautiful city.
I'm on my way.
Always.
Yeah. I'm
You have to come.
okay.
It's nice.
Well, you know.
And these guys know how to treat guests.
Okay. All right.
Well, it's very simple. Chocolate, beer,
I've heard the beer and chocolate and the fries are great. That's what I was gonna say. Yeah, that's awesome. Very good. And so also here to my right is I've known Esteban for 38 years. No, that's not true.
About 39.
39 years. Yeah, we were
He told me he was 42.
exactly. Our parents were close. No. I've known Esteban from Shocker from WS Packaging,
Yes.
as you guys were commenting on. And so we go back to the Phoenix plant and
Fullerton plant.
the Fullerton plant. Yep. So Esteban, you're here at CERM. So what's your role here? Sales in North America?
Yes, I'm the business development manager for West Coast and South America.
Okay.
So very happy. I've been with CERM for 2 years now and loving every minute of it.
Cool. That's great. Is it 2 years already?
2 years.
Whew. Time flies when you're in a global pandemic.
Yeah.
That's wild. Hey, if you are if you're watching this live, can you just drop a comment that you're able to see and hear it? Because we're in the middle of the convention center, and we're pretty sure we're having a great conversation.
I think so.
But hopefully it's getting translating onto the interwebs. So Geert, tell me a little bit about the history of CERM. So how did you all get started, and what led you to LabelExpo 2022? How long have you been around?
Well, I've been around for 36 years. The company itself exists next year 40 years. And we started as an ordinary software company for, let's say, accounting and stuff in the very beginning. But by coincidence, we won a competition for the Belgian Graphic Arts Federation. and from one came the other. We started in commercial print as everybody does, but we very fast switched to labels and packaging, and that is where we wanted to get strong to avoid, let's say, competition of the bigger brands like Microsoft or SAP or whatever. So very dedicated to have a very short implementation time for our customers.
Okay, that's cool. I was trying to cut out some of the background noise, so it looks like we're all good. They can see us, they can hear us. So shout out to Colin and Andrew and Jeff and John. Thanks for John's here. John Giesfeld. Do you remember John from WS? Of course you remember John from WS. That's cool. So Esteban, as you've been here for kind of starting with this new company, I guess, to the US, but been around for for how many years again?
Well, 40, but the company in the US is only there for 2 years.
For 2 years, okay.
We started with the first customer out of Belgium, let's say about 10 years ago.
10 years ago, okay. Got it. So how has it been like with, trying to penetrate this new market? That obviously the label business has been around for a while. I'm sure that there are other softwares that exist out there, right? So what's it been like kind of starting, coming from production into sales? Tell me about that journey a little bit.
I guess the best way to describe it, it's been kind of easy just because we have a solid product. And I'm not just saying it because I'm live and I'm sitting next to her. I wouldn't have come to work for CERM if I didn't believe it. So it's been fun. We've been doing a lot of work in the back end to promote, to make awareness of our product and our company, our support. But overall, as well as I do, this is a very small community. So a lot of people have given me the opportunity to show them what we have, what we do, and how we can help optimize and integrate all the solutions possible to make them more efficient. So overall, it's been pretty easy, and it's been fun for me personally. Coming from operations, this is a whole new world.
Yeah. I came into sales from kind of supply chain procurement, and I thought it was like you just show up, you play golf, you entertain with my money. Is that all he does? It's like, we're pretty sure that's all Esteban does anyways. But then you find out, there's an art and there's a science to selling and to, kind of creating market penetration and all of that. So let's talk about the product here. You guys have a lovely booth here at LabelExpo.
Before we get there.
Oh yeah, no, tell me.
One of the things,
Let's go.
Back to your question, well, I leaned on you guys. Remember, you were the first guy I called when I took this role.
Oh, I remember. And I was like, don't do it.
Yeah. But you guys, a lot of guys in the industry gave me a lot of tips. And thanks to Adam and everybody out there that's given me a lot of support and guidance. So thank you. I wanted to make sure that I didn't forget.
Oh, man. Appreciate that.
Definitely. Sorry.
Even after a long evening in Chicago, you remember to thank me. I
don't know if it was a long evening if you go from one day to another.
Yeah, I was here at like 8, and I was like, well, I guess they had a good night. So I just started walking around the show, live streaming. Then I walked up, and Esteban's here. I was like, oh, hey, let's set it all up.
Okay, so go ahead.
No, that's fine. And by the way, when we're talking about the product here, and we'll let you both talk about what it is that CERM does, and maybe answer the question. What problems do you solve for label and packaging converters? I think would be a helpful way. If you got any comments or questions, please, I got my computer right here. Please drop them in there and we can answer them live. So for either one of you, what problems does CERM solve? And why did you decide to enter the US market to solve those problems, maybe?
Yeah, well, entering the US market is rather easy as a question, since Europe became too small. If you're so specialized, you need to get worldwide to be able to collect the funding to continue what you do, since there are just, let's say, one label printer for 500,000 people in an industrialized country. So you need to get somewhat bigger to continue doing what we do.
Right.
But the other part of the question is, what do you do exactly, and why are you successful in the United States? That is, first of all, because the problems are the same. And what we saw during the 20 years we are in this business is professionalizing industrialization in the label business. It comes from arts and craftsmanship to really professional supplier of the big brands. So, and that is where I think we made a difference. There is, first of all, that administration layer. You want an estimate, you want a delivery note, you want an invoice. And that is what many systems do. But we need to make sure that there is traceability for your pharma customers. So that is why we have an inventory that is role-based with identification. So all of these extra things came on top. So our system got somewhat more complete. On top of that, there is competition between label printers now that was not there at the time. So they need to get more efficient. They are focusing on cost and more connections to other systems out there in the label printer are bringing that efficiency.
Yeah.
And that is from our European background where competition was a little stronger, having smaller countries in a small language area. We learned that, and then we can now, let's say, use this in the United States.
Okay, very good. Have you found then that people who are adapting CERM or adapting, is that right? Yeah, I think it's adapting. Implementing, there it is, implementing CERM. Are you finding that they are able to, I don't want to say, like reduce their workforce, but maybe reinfuse their workforce with higher qualities?
Yes, quality is increasing, so less errors. Service is increasing towards your customers since you can answer from any station any question from your customer. But at the same time, a lot of companies have the intention to grow, to become more solid, to become more professional. And what we help them doing, and yesterday there was a testimonial, is 25 to 30% growth with the same people just by using a system. And that is incredible.
That's huge, yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, from my point of view, being, you know how it works. You're in sales. You want to know where the order is in the process. You have to make so many phone calls. You need to figure out. People need to run out to the shop and figure out where your labels are at. Well, CERM gives you the ability to see it in real time anywhere you're at. So it gives you the tools to be efficient, to be able to give your customers an answer in real time, and it's just overall just easier. You grow, make it the traceability, everything is just wonderful.
Okay, so let's kind of walk down the let's take a life of a label, and so we start off with an estimate, and then we go into proofing, and then the order gets scheduled, and then it goes into production, and then it goes to and does CERM then follow that whole life of that label?
Exactly. As well in the administration point of view, all documents and every communication with customers and suppliers, as well as in driving production with, let's say, the size of a label will be communicated from our system to prepress, as well as to the press or the die cut maker, the tool maker, as to the finishing machine for the cutting knife. So only one person will ever have to enter that size. And that is, of course, reducing errors.
No doubt. And so this is all well and good for like a label printing company, but at the end of the day, it's your customer's customer, right? That you're trying to probably really satisfy, because if it's nice to make things easier for a label company to maybe make a little bit more money to grow, but if they can't grow and they can't please their customers, then it can be tough. So if I'm buying labels from Myers Printing in Minneapolis, Minnesota, if I'm buying labels from Myers, you don't have to give the thumbs up. You got to sell to everybody.
I'm just helping you.
So someone's buying labels from Myers, and they, what kind of visibility do you give to them? Because we get calls all the time, right? Where's my proof? Where's my quote? Where's my order? Yeah. Has it shipped? Where's my invoice? Yeah. Is there like a portal? Do you take care of all that communication?
Exactly. So we made a standard portal for the customers of our customers. So that comes with our software. So customers of our customers, we call them RAN owners, can see their inventory of their products. They can create products. They can even self-quote until a certain level of complexity. They can get their delivery note, invoice. So the communication, so it can be a Sunday evening when, let's say, the print shop is doing other things and they can check things online.
Amen. So everybody knows this because I'm asking these questions and I'm realizing if you're listening to this, if you're watching this live or recorded, you're probably thinking like, oh, they've rehearsed these questions. We've literally never met. Gert and I've never met, and I'm like asking genuine questions as they come to mind. So it's not like this is a prescribed, like you gave me a list from some PR director. So this is great. Well, let's kind of wrap it up here. So what are some ways, if there's companies out there who are like, yes, I'm guessing there might even be brand owners who could come to you and say, hey, we love our packaging supplier, our label printer, but we cannot get information from them. They produce great quality work. The salesperson, she's awesome. I love my customer service person, but we could just really use a lot more transparency. Or if it's a label printing, packaging printing company, by the way, is it just labels or is it?
It's labels and packaging. So flexible packaging, but slowly as well, folding carton and let's say everything for, let's say, industrial packaging printers.
Okay, got it. So you're an industrial packaging printer, labels, folding cartons, shrink sleeves, flexible packaging. And they want to get more information. They want to reach out to you, and they're not at LabelExpo. So how do they get a hold of you?
Well, they find everything on the website, CERM.net, and there are contact persons. Just drop a note. You will find a button there. Then Esteban will contact you.
Reach me at LinkedIn.
That's right.
For those that don't know me, Esteban Garcia at LinkedIn.
Slide into Esteban Garcia's DMs
Yes.
smoothly and say, "What's up, Esteban? I got some questions for you."
Yes, absolutely. Anything we can do to help. I mean, that's what we're here for, right?
Yeah.
I mean, this is why we do what we do, is to help. And most of our users I would say all of our users are happy. They're here at LabelExpo. They're saying hello. They're helping us with testimonials and references. I mean, there's a reason why we're doing what we're doing, and we're coming into the industry really fast, and we're growing really, really fast. So
that's our biggest success item in sales, is bring a prospect to a customer and make them talk from printer to printer. If we can make them do that step, then we win.
Got it. And my last question, actually, I didn't realize this. So back behind you here, Gert, there's all of these. Are these all partners that you integrate and work with?
Yeah, indeed.
Okay, there's some big names up there. Exactly. If you've ever heard of HP Indigo Digital Presses, or Domino, or Gallus, or Esco, or Canon, or Bobst, or Avery Dennison. I've never heard of them, but I've heard they're
paper supplier.
little small startup. No, I'm just
people have heard of them.
That's awesome. Well, if you're here, stop by their booth. I know it's day 3. It's the last day, isn't it? It's the last day.
It is. Yeah.
All right. Well, still though, they're still going to be here. They'd love to see you. Come on by their booth. If not, reach out to Esteban on LinkedIn, or go to CERM.net. If you want to keep up with the stuff that I'm making, you can go sign up for my email newsletter at packagingpastor.com. I really appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, dude.
You're welcome, Adam.
All right. Thank you. All right. Bye, everyone.
Guys, thank you.